It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. IPOB. Order Okopoli removes Nigerian flag on campus. The authorities of the Federal Polytechnic situated in Oko, Anambra State, brought down its Nigerian flags in compliance to the directive of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. The Indigenous People of Biafra had earlier ordered that the residents of the Southeast region should remove all Nigerian flags mounted in Biafra land ahead of Nigerians' Independence Day celebration. The pro-Biafra group also asked Biafrans and all the oppressed people under the President Muhammadu Buhari's government in the country to boycott their Independence Day anniversary activities by sitting at home on October 1st. There are reports that several people and several notable private institutions complied with the removal of Nigerian flags, including the Enugu Electric Distribution Company, EEDC, Onitsha, Stanbic IBTC, Access Bank, and some hotels in the southeast, according to a report by Sahara reporters. According to photographs taken by eyewitnesses, the Federal Polytechnic Oko was one of the academic institutions of the southeast region to comply with the IPOB order. And this is coming at a time that the October 1st celebration was near. Then the Indigenous People of Biafra had said that the residents of the Biafra land, especially in the southeast, should not comply with the celebration of the October 1st, and that all persons that ask the Nigerian national flag should bring it down and not hoist it for that October 1st, 1960. And therefore, anyone who does that or does not bring it down would have to face their wrath, as they are going to do it in their own way, and that except only banks that they are going to find a way to write to, so as they can understand the reasons why they have to bring it down. And therefore, on the day of independence, a whole lot of people did not actually, they comply with it. They did not actually celebrate the the October 1st, 1960 celebration, which is celebrated every year on October 1st, because despite the fact that every securities are strategic places, that the state used to converge for the celebration, it was seen that most of the places were empty because people did not actually turn up despite the heavy security, and this must be as a result of fears that the IPOB might actually unleash their wrath on them, and they don't want to fall victims of evil circumstances, and that is why most of them are decided to even remove Nigerian flags mounted on in the Biafra land, seeing that one of the institutions that actually did the same, that complied and removed the Nigerian flag in compliance with the directive of the IPOB, is the Federal Polytechnic situated in Oko, Anambra State. And also, eyewitnesses said that banks like Stanbic IBTC, Access Bank, and even the Enugu Electric Distribution Company, EEDC, in Onitsha, actually complied with the IPOB order. Also, the Igbo leaders are actually not cool with what the Southern governors are doing about the insecurity in the state. Fighting insecurity in Ala Igbo. It is time to wake up and show leadership. Enough is enough. If decisive actions are not taken right away, a time will come when Igbo will no longer want to come home. This, in turn, will worsen the economy of Ala Igbo. First, by crippling its hospitality industry, then the local tourism driven by the deep nostalgia that makes Igbo return home often. Of course, when hospitality and tourism goes, transportation will follow. Already, Igbo in diaspora are thinking twice about weddings in the southeast. Gradually, like a vicious cycle, we will breed more poverty in the region and more crimes will follow. We must remind our elected officials that it is the duty of those elected by the people to act in the interest of the people as long as they occupy the office they may so be elected into. The Igbo National Council calls on all well-meaning Igbo leaders, as well as those who owe Igbo any duty as regards the security of lives and properties in Igbo land, to immediately commit best efforts towards ending this terror taking root on our streets and homes, from Onitsha to Aba, from Usuka to Uweri, and from Abakaliki to Ikugwe. the INM actually says, that is the Igbo National Movement. And this is a news from them, about them actually, that the 5 state governors of the Southeast Zone needs to wake up and take responsibilities about the destruction of lives and properties going on in Igbo land, where their national coordinator, that is the national coordinator of the Igbo National Movement, known to be Attorney Olisa Okolo, alongside the leaders of the same group, actually made this demand while interacting with newsmen in Owerri, while they showed concern about the continued killings in the southeast region, especially the murder of the husband to the DG of NAFDAC, late Dora Akunyili, who actually, the husband was killed just of recent while returning from a lecture, an award given to his late wife, and therefore on his way back he was attacked by some unknown gunmen and killed. And this is just one out of many others that was killed same day, and a lot of lives lost within months. And they said that if nothing was done urgently, that people who are even indigenous sons of the land, that is Igbo sons and daughters, would have no reason to travel back to Igbo land, as a result of fear and anxiety, and they were not even happy that the activities of these unknown gunmen were gradually destroying the economy of the southeast zone. Therefore, the INM said that the Igbo governors, so far they are the chief security officers of their state, need to ensure that they stop the recent spate of violence in the southeast region, notably in Anambra State, over the past few days. And this is at the same time a sign of leadership failure, and they need to revisit this and clear the air that they are capable of ensuring peace and stability within the state, saying that if our elected government officials presiding over the people and all over Alaigbo are leaders in any true sense, then this what they called as Akaniwe, that perhaps the troubles and tribulations would never have evolved into the hands of human, triggering, threatening, and killing innocent Igbos and sons and daughters in their homeland today. And given that their state chief security officers, one will be spot on to say that the Southeast governors are actually sleeping on duty, because if not, they would have done so much to secure lives within them. And this is agonizing, because the Southeast for so long has been prone to a whole lot of insecurity, and the chief security officers are not doing anything, saying that they are tired. INM says they are tired and distressed over the plight of the people, especially with regards to the security, and that they are compelled to call on all governors of Igbo land to rouse themselves from their continued careless slumber and muster some credible courage in the face of rising insecurity to address this once and for all. Therefore, the INM has called on the governors of the state, that they must be reminded that they are elected officials, and this is their duty as those who elected them in power are the people, and they have to act in the interest of the people as long as they occupy the offices of which they have actually been elected to, saying that they are calling on well-meaning Igbo and Igbo leaders as well to rise and then charge the governors to immediately commit their best efforts towards ending this terror taking root on the streets. Thanks for listening.